my niece, okay, not my grandniece. Let's see. You gotta say she looks like a Buddha.
Oh, man.
Oh, so cute.
Whoa.
Wow.
So great.
She looks like a Buddha to me. I don't know. Her eyes are amazing.
Totally acts like one too.
Yeah.
It could be reincarnation of a queen.
Yeah. She got some. Yeah, this one's.
That's such a good picture of her too.
Wow.
Yeah, she looks like she used to meditate a lot to me. You know. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I'll be the usual uncle. Okay. Like, I don't know why, but she seems much more intelligent than normal kids, you know?
Yeah.
It's weird that she's related to me. Okay. Okay. Go ahead, Mr. Adam.
Sashi Puki Jukshi Metotram Rira Blingshi Ninde Gempadi Sangye Shindu Mikte Uwagi Drokun Namdak Shingha Chuparsho Iram Guru Ratnam Mandala Kamni Yatayami Sangye Churang Toki Chognam Ha Jangchu Badu Takni Kyapsu Chi Daki Chunyen Gi Pe Sunam Ki Drola Pinchi Sangye Juhar Sho Sangye Churang Toki Chognam La Jangchu Badu Takni Kyapsu Chi Daki Chunyen Gi Pe Sunam Ki Drola Pinche Sangye Chupar Sho Sangye Chupan Chognama Jangju Baru Daki Kepsu Chi Daki Chenyengi Pe Sunam Ki Drola Pinche Sangye Chupar Sho.
Hey, homework time.
All right. Let's see. I'm gonna share my screen here. So you guys seeing it?
Yes.
Okay, so considering the fact that things which do not exist have no definitions, is it possible to define the definition of that which is not a definition for anything in the universe? How can we check the validity of our conclusion? Not all at once.
Was it that also has the three parts, right? Not the things that don't exist, but the definition of things that don't exist.
Yeah, save that for question 2.
Oh,
that's where we're gonna move. But you can use, instead of the 3 parts, you can use the three tests, or the 3 parts of a good test. You could say of a test. So there does exist an accurate definition of the definition of that which is not a definition for anything in the universe. We can check it by confirming that the definition has the 3 qualities of a good definition. So first, is it a definition? Yes, it is. Next, is there an example of something which is the definition of that which is not a definition for anything in the universe? Yes, you can say that there is. And last, the definition of that which is not a definition for anything in the universe is not a definition for anything other than itself. And so it's not. So it meets the three, it meets the three requirements. But so there's a little bit of a curveball here in this one though, Seiji. Supply the definition for that which is not a definition for anything in the universe. All right.
The opposite of all which is not a case where the three nominal qualities are incomplete.
Close, really close. $50. Okay, so
Chip off the old block. Yay.
so it's the case where all three material qualities pertaining to that which is not a definition for anything in the universe are not present. So it's just this this first part here. And this last one's kind of fun. I spent some time trying to craft this. The two definitions and things to be defined exist by way of things they exemplify. Since there is no definitive example we can put forth to illustrate that which doesn't exist, we can definitively say there is no definition for that which does not exist. If we say that a rabbit's antlers are an example of something that does not exist, are we saying that there is something which does not exist? Does this, by consequence, mean that a rabbit's antlers exist as something which does not exist? And how can we reason through that? Open mic night.
Does it have something to do with the naming? Like, for example, like fire as a name is not hot and burning, but the definition tells you it's hot and burning. So can we say that the name of something that doesn't exist, it doesn't necessarily mean it exists? Yeah.
You could go that way. I started to think about it as if it was like there was if you said that a rabbit's antlers exist as something which doesn't exist, then it would have the quality of being something which did not exist. And things which don't exist don't have qualities at all. Mm-hmm. So I thought there was like a really subtle kind of play that, well, not even really a play, but just as really here. So there are a multitude of things we can say do not exist. And you could say like a square circle, a unicorn, or a bald person with dreadlocks. Although the previous examples are things which do not exist, they do not have the quality of being things which do not exist because they don't have any qualities at all. So with that premise, you can say that a rabbit's antlers do not exist as something which does not exist. I mean, does it make sense? Was I clear enough? I thought it was pretty interesting, which is why I chose to spend some time on it. But I just want to make sure that I worded everything, that it's approachable.
That's the cool thing, Adam. I'm to think about it a little bit more, but I like where your thoughts are going on that. I'm going to think about it for a while.
Adam, what about something that comes into existence, like a rocket ship that did not exist in 1900, but by 2000 we have rocket ships?
Right.
Is that something that has a definition as something that doesn't exist? And when did it switch over?
You know, probably say whenever it came into existence. What about dinosaurs, right? Like, you can see the bones of dinosaurs, right? But dinosaurs aren't necessarily present here on the earth anymore, right?
So the state of non-existence is a changing thing, like everything else.
Like dinosaurs don't exist, but dinosaur bones do, right?
Yes.
I think so. I'm not entirely sure. I'd say it's probably a little bit different for things that have never existed, could never exist, and will never exist. But because I think that's where we're going with these questions, is directing it all towards looking at the gotcha, right?
Yeah.
So, Sangwa.
Causality, no?
Yeah, you can say all or complete.
完整。
Kangsaki dogme.
部分要关一下。
Selflessness.
Selflessness of people.
Yeah, she done by me. Anybody?
Okay,
So
so-
there's no one thing which is
no one thing
which is both.
No common locus.
Yeah, no common locus. Anyways, that's my homework. I hope you guys got something out of it. I tried to craft it so that there was like a little, so that you got something from every question, obviously, but
It was awesome.
doesn't sound like you guys weren't too responsive. I don't know what
Not your
happened.
homework, man.
Yes.
Mushy.
Because you made us
It was
think.
really nice.
Uh-huh.
It was a good
It
Right
was
homework.
really nice. Thank
Actually,
you.
you've been making awesome homework, in my opinion.
Okay, I'm here. I gotta show my screen, right? Okay, I want to do some 2 advertisements. Adam, is it okay? Hello?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, this is a special webinar on June 7th coming up. It'll be at 9 o'clock in the morning, Arizona time, 7 in the evening, Russia time. And this is Dr. Mirza Karim Novyakov, who's a very, very famous Russian author. He has sold 5 million books in his life. Very, very popular medical doctor, scientist, and he's a master of spiritual subjects. And we've been friends for, I don't know, 5 or 6 years. We wrote a book together. And we're going to do this seminar called The 10 Biggest Mistakes You Can Make After the Crisis. And it's free. Okay, so you're welcome to come if you like. Here's how you register, or you can contact Noor Ibrahim at this email. Okay, so if you'd like, June 7th, I think it's a Sunday, right?
Geshe, can you copy paste this link in the
Oh
chat?
yeah, I will. How about that?
Yeah.
Kim already put it there.
I already put it in.
Oh, okay, cool. So anyway, everyone's invited to come, and it's going to be very fun. I'm going to interview him. He will interview me, and we're going to talk about how you can mess up your reaction to this crisis. Okay.
Yeah, Geshe-la, and it will be translated into 7 languages at the same time.
What are the 7 languages, Noor?
German, French, Spanish, English, Russian, Romanian, Bulgarian, for now.
Wow. Okay. Thanks for working on it, Noor.
Thank you, Geshe-la. It's our pleasure. And Chinese also.
Oh, yeah, cool. I had some other advertisement. Let me see. Where is that? This one, okay? And this is our Diamond Cutter Press. These are new books and old books coming out soon. And this is the commentary to the Dhammapada Sutra, the best one in the world. You can say there are two most important sutras by Buddha. One is the Dhammapada Sutra, and the other is the Heart Sutra. And I'm happy to say that we have finished the Mixed Nuts translation of the Heart Sutra commentary. Okay, and it's also a great commentary. So this book on the Dhammapada Sutra is named The Sunlight on the Path to Freedom. And the other book, the commentary to the Heart Sutra, so these are the two most important sutras in Buddhism. That's called Sunlight on Suchness. And we had an idea to sell them together. If you really want to get the two kinds of sunlight, you can get both of them together. And this is from the Diamond Cutter Press, okay? And
Can I say something?
these are the, yeah, go ahead.
If you buy two together, you get a 20% discount off the cover price for both of them.
Okay. So, and by the way, all the money goes to, well, we pay the people at the press who make the books, and then we give the rest for the translator group, for the Mixed Nuts, okay? So this goes to supporting those beautiful kids you see in those pictures, okay? And we'll come out with a paperback version soon, but we're gonna squeeze as many sponsors as we can. So this is overpriced to try to give sponsorship money for the translators and their families, okay? During this difficult time especially. And this is, by the way, a new edition of How Yoga Works. And you can order that also. And I'd like to thank Jigme and Katie, I think is here, right?
Gina's here too.
Oh, Gina, thank you, Gina, who designs all these books. Anyway, so if you'd like to order any of these books, Diamond Cutter Press, and it helps to support the Mixed Nuts because they keep having kids without asking me.
Again.
Beautiful
What?
website.
Can we say that the money also helps to support translations going into other foreign languages?
Yeah, a big part of the money goes to support translating them into German, Russian, Arabic, French, Spanish, Pasha, Chinese, etc., etc. Okay. All right, here we go. Dr. Andrade. Are you related to that lady singer, Andrade?
Oh no, you've played some of her tunes for me before.
She's unbelievable.
Maybe somewhere down the line, but I have no.
You gotta
Yeah.
get a genetic test, okay? All right. Okay, please read.
Kachignare, kyo rangina, kyo ze che yimbe kyapsana.
Yeah. What's it mean, kirangina?
It being itself.
Yeah.
It being itself.
If something is itself, okay? If something is itself. So you have to pause between the two kyos when you read it. You say kirangimba. Kirangimba. Okay. If something is itself, then it's a zecha. Okay. And again, this is an ancient logic topic that we actually don't study it much in our monastery. It's from the author of Adam's text went back 500 years to an older presentation of logic. And we're going to be talking about the difference between what, Adam? Zeya and Zecha and
Zecha and
Dokcha. Yeah, we're going to be, this whole subject is the difference between Zecha and Dokcha. And Zecha, for example, if you take a car, for example, we could call this, by the way, a discussion of Chi and Chedak. Okay, so I think your author inserted this section to follow up on the ideas of characteristics and what is that? Quality and characteristics, okay? I think it's going to be a very helpful presentation to help with emptiness, okay? and it's gonna be difficult. Okay, so if something is itself, then it's a substantial thing. It's a substantial thing, okay? Must be, he says, okay?
Yeah, when I was looking at this, I was wondering, could we say something that exists substantially for Zecha?
Possibly, yeah, possibly. I don't know this subject yet, so we have to get through it before we choose the word, I think. Okay. Then what's our counterexample? He said, if anything is itself, it must be a thing that exists substantially. You want to say it that way?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's provisionally, which is another translation tool. You choose a provisional translation, and then you might change it later after all the debates are finished. Okay, here we go.
Mepa churchen, zeche yambarta, zeche yambarta.
Good. Yeah, the first thing after a guy presents a wild idea is we present a
counterexample.
Counterexample, yeah. And then we're always sarcastic. Somebody says all fruits are orange. And then we say, well, take this apple. I guess it's orange, okay? And in Tibetan, you have to go down also. I guess it's a zecha, right? Why? Because it's a fruit, okay? All right. So what's the counterexample?
Something which doesn't exist.
Yeah, something which doesn't exist. Are you telling me it's a thing which exists substantially? Why?
Because it is itself.
Yeah, it's itself. You said anything that's itself is a thing that exists substantially. You said that, okay?
Now this could also be non-existence itself, right?
It could be, exactly, yeah. Now I ask a question to you guys. What's the chokcha here? I'll give you a clue. Mepa is the churchen. Zecha yin is the, you can say drupche che. And then kir kirang yinbe che is the tak yang dak, okay?
Yeah.
So what does the first relationship required in a logical statement? Chokcha.
Yeah.
And the opening line of the Pramanavartika, chokcha deche kyabayi, okay?
That there's a relationship between the subject and the reason.
Nice. So state it here.
Non-existence is itself.
Yeah, non-existence is itself. Okay, well, here we go. We're going. You can already tell it's going to be a wild ride with Mr. Andrade.
Yeah, just because something doesn't exist as itself doesn't necessarily mean that it's something that exists substantially.
Yeah, just because he says Kyava Machum, which means I disagree that if something is itself, it has to exist. It has to be a thing which exists substantially. I disagree. And we say, but you're the one who said that. You're the one who said that. Then he changes his story. He says, you know what? I don't think that mepa kyurangin. What's that mean?
I don't think that non-existence is itself.
Yeah, I don't think that non-existence is non-existence. I changed my story, okay? Then we say, 1340, read, please.
Matubna, mepa churchen, meba yambarta, yapa.
What's that say?
Non-existence is to something which doesn't exist because it's not something which exists.
Cool. Yeah, let's take everything that doesn't exist. It is to something that doesn't exist because it's something that doesn't exist. Okay. Whoa, the door to someone's mind was just opened. Okay, 1341.
Someone done mepa churchen, yaparta, zecha yimbecher.
Yata.
Yeah, yata.
Right. Okay, translate. Mepa chechen.
Maybe church. Let's consider non-existence.
Yeah, yata.
It is too something which exists.
Nope.
Because it's.
I went down.
Oh, so are you? So I guess it must be something that exists.
Yeah. Now listen, Adam. You got to be whiny when you go down.
Sorry. Yeah.
Do it again.
So I guess non-existence must be something which exists.
Yeah. Nice. Are you telling me non-existence is something that exists? Then he goes, well, why you say that? And we say,
because it's something that exists substantially.
yeah, you're the one who said that. Okay, you're the ones who said that. Then he says, I don't agree that non-existence is something that exists substantially. And we say, but you said you started with that. Okay. Okay. Then he finally, desperately, to this tell, Yata, are you telling me it exists? And he says, duh. Then what do we say?
But you can't agree to it because you can't agree to that because it's not established by an accurate perception.
Perfect. It cannot be perceived by an accurate perception. Okay, yep. Impossible. Therefore, it doesn't exist. By the way, there's a huge debate on this. And this is the debate where my classmate beat the abbot of Tashi Lumba, by the way. Okay. I guess our class was extraordinary. Just kidding. Okay, next debate. Yeah, now he changes his story, okay? I still say if something is itself, then it has to be a substantial thing. But I will add that it has to be itself and it has to what?
It has to be itself and it's got to be something which exists.
Yeah, so he says, look, I correct myself. Okay, just because something is itself doesn't mean it has to be a substantial thing, because I agree that non-existence is itself. So let me change my story. Anything which is itself and which does exist is a substantial thing, okay? Then we say, good, counterexample. Go down. Yeah, let's take
an unchanging thing.
Good. Are you telling me it's a...
So yeah, are you telling me it's something that exists substantially?
Good. Well, he says, well, why do you say that? And you say,
first of all, it's something which exists. Second of all, it is itself.
That's a perfect way to say kanshi. I think that was awesome. Okay, first of all, and you know, it's very common in domestic arguments, right? Well, first of all, I told you blah, blah, blah. And second of all, I told you something, right? So you said it just right, okay? All right, tatambo.
Tatambo la.
La.
La. Tatambo la. Nipa matrubna. Takpa churchin. Takpa yimbarta. Yipa kan shik. Ngopo my major.
Yeah. So what was the tatambo above? What was the first part before the kangshik?
Consider an unchanging. Yeah, it is. It's something which exists.
Yeah. Now listen, we don't have to argue about that because everybody knows that unchanging things exist. Okay, we don't. That's la. What's la mean?
It's easy. It's easily accepted.
Look, we don't have to argue about whether unchanging things exist or not. Let's leave that one. Let's talk about the second part. Are unchanging things themselves or not? Okay. Then he says no. Then we say take
an unchanging thing.
Yeah, it is too, Dakpa.
It is too unchanging.
Because A, it exists, and B, it doesn't do anything.
Nice. Well, you had to have both. That's kind of cool.
Now, Cabalog. Somebody Cabalog for me, $30. Cabalog. We'll give Adam a chance first. Cabalog for $30.
Something which exists, but does perform a function.
Nope.
Is
Cabalog. Give me the Kaba. Cabalog.
Anything which.
So anything which is
anything which is Yopa.
Anything which exists.
And is not an Lupa?
Yeah, it doesn't perform a function.
Then it has to be
unchanging.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's left? That's the Kaba. How much did I offer? 30?
Yeah.
Oh, I say it gets 20. Okay.
20.
That
wasn't fun.
Yeah, and if Eva complains, don't blame me. Okay. Okay. Here's the. Say someone gives a logical statement, right? Tapa churchen, tapa yemba ta, yapa kashik, no poi ma yembeche. And if I say kaba log, it means give me the kaba. Kaba means if 3, then 2. If 3, then 2. Yapa kashik, no poi ma yemba.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, good.
What's low?
I'm sorry?
Yeah, but low.
Oh, I don't know. I never figured it out. It may be related to, it's either long, which means raise the kaba, or lok, which means read me back the kaba, you know? So I don't know. You ask some of the monks in the monastery. Okay, I'd be interested to see what they say. Okay. And probably you could find it in the database somewhere. Look for KLOG. Look for GLOG. Look for SLONG. Okay. All right. All right. Well, 13. Oh, by the way, that should roll off your tongue. If something exists and it doesn't do anything, it has to be unchanging. Okay. When something does something, it changes by doing something, right? Okay.
Yeah.
That's why life is impermanent. Okay. All right. 1347.
Tawar dana takpa churchen, kyo shidro, kyo rangyen, kyo mayenpa, kyo mayen, kyo ki dokpa, zeche tam gawa yembarta, imen yembarta, kyo zeche yembeche.
Yeah, good. Now I'm going to help you out here. I smell that we just hit the definition of a zeche, okay? I smell that it has, okay, I have not studied this subject, you know, formally in the monastery, but I smell 3 or 4 parts of the definition here. Let's see if it's true, okay? I smell that if something is a substantial thing, it's got to have 4 qualities, okay? Let's go through these 4 qualities, okay? I smell that this is approaching a definition of zeche, okay? Well, if something is a zeche, if something exists substantially, first of all, shidru.
It's something which can be established as existing.
Yeah, first of all, it has to exist, okay? Second of all, but by the way, is why MEPA got canceled before, okay? Secondly, kyo, pause, kyurangin, okay, which means what?
It is itself.
Yeah, it is itself, okay? Thirdly, this is cute. What's this say? What's the third one?
What is not it is not
Good.
it.
Perfect. Yeah. What is not it is not it. Okay. What is it? Is it? What is not it is not it. Okay. Okay, I'm going to confess something. the first rock and roll song I ever wrote in high school was called It's Not Love. Yeah. And then my brother slurred the first two syllables together. It's not love. And because of that, because of that, I had to become a Tibetan scholar. Okay. And not a rock and roll star. Okay. 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 And fourthly, yeah. What's dokpa?
The opposite of everything which something is not.
Yeah. Should not be gyawa.
Shouldn't be contradictory.
With the expression, the actual expression of it, okay? The substantial version of it. Whoa. The archetypal version of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
The mental picture version of it should be something which does not contradict the substantial version. They should be able to coexist somehow. Now, what's that talking about? You know, car as an idea, as a chi, right? And Toyotas as a Chedai. Dude, would you say they don't contradict each other?
No.
I'm kind of want to agree with this guy because I think he wants us to agree with him, which is my personality. But yeah, I think he wants to say, yeah, car as an idea in your head and Toyota as a thing in your driveway can easily coexist. Okay, Zechus and Dolchus can coexist. Okay, and apparently that might be a requirement of the definition of a Zecha. Okay, it must be able to coexist with its Dokcha. Okay, got it?
Yeah.
Okay, so we said, Dakpa is Dakpa, okay, blah, blah, blah. And he said, sorry, no. We agreed that Dakpa could be a substantial entity, okay? We agreed that unchanging things could be a substantial entity. And he said, well, okay, if you agree, then I got 4 requirements for a substantial entity, okay? To me, there's gotta be 4 things there. It has to exist, it has to be itself, what's not itself cannot be it, and it should not contradict its archetypal version. Okay, got it?
Yeah.
Because according to you, it's substantial thing. Okay. Okay, you agree. Don't say no, you already agreed. But here's the interesting part. 1349, please read.
Dona takpa churchin mayimba tell? Should that be tell?
Yeah, you're totally correct, as usual. Okay. By the way, this is sarcastic. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, after the, yeah.
Let's take an unchanging thing. Are you saying what's not unchanging is not unchanging? Okay. I'm sorry. Are you saying what's not unchanging is not unchanging? Yeah. What's not unchanging mean?
Changing, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Because it's a zecha, it's a substantial thing. And you're the one who said, you know, everybody knows if something is a substantial thing, then what's not it cannot be it, okay? That was one of our 4 elements of the definition. I don't know if this is the correct definition, but these are the elements that he wants in the definition, okay? Now here's where it gets interesting from here.
Ndana takpa mayim takpa mayim bata mayim bata
Yeah.
mayim bata ndapeche.
Yeah. So let's stick a it's not it, right? If it's not it, it can't be it. That was one of the 4 requirements, right?
Yeah.
If it's not it, it cannot be it. Sorry,
It's not
if
it.
it's not it, it must be not it, or something like that. Okay.
Yeah.
So then we say, okay, let's consider stuff which is not takpa. Yeah. Let's consider stuff which is not unchanging. Are you telling me it's not unchanging? Okay, you got to change the phrasing. Okay, I'll say it again. Let's consider stuff which is not unchanging. Are you telling me it's not unchanging?
Right.
Yeah, stuff which is not unchanging. Is it changing?
Stuff which is not unchanging is not changing.
I'll say it again. Let's consider that which is not unchanging. Are you telling me it's not? Are you telling me it's changing? That's what he's saying. Okay.
It depends on the archetype as a group too. If you're referring to that which is not unchanging as a group, or also just any specific changing thing, right?
Yeah, cool. Okay. Now, if you agree that that thing which is not unchanging, essentially is changing, okay? Then 1351.
Ndona takpa mayimba churchin ngapo yimba ta ngapo yimba ka
Yeah.
yipa ka takpa mayimba ichi.
Translate.
Let's consider that which is not unchanging.
Good.
I guess it must be a working thing.
Good.
Because first of all, it's something which exists. And second, it's not something that's unchanging.
Yeah, good. All right, this is getting heavy. Please read 1352.
Tak nipa la hambo trupte jate meche.
Whoa.
Cool.
Tak nipa la. What was the second talk? Was it's not unchanging, right? It's not love. It's not unchanging. Okay. He says, I'm not even going to worry with that. Of course, that which is not changing is not, I'm sorry. Of course, that which is not unchanging is not unchanging. Everybody knows that. We don't have to talk about that. But let's talk about the first part. Is that thing? I don't know.
Could he have screwed these up? It seems like the easy one should be Dongbo, and he's described it.
Well, I'm thinking this is a split reason, right?
Yeah.
We got a Kanshik. So I'm assuming he's working on this one, but I may be wrong. So the Tak Tambo would be Tapa Mayimba Yepa. And the Tak Nipa would be Tapa Mayimba. Okay? So Tapa Mayimba Yin, that's pretty easy. But is it true to say Tapa Mayimba is Yepa?
Tapa Mayimba is Yepa because it's...
Yeah.
You can say that. Something which is not unchanging exists, right? Well, give me a chinchin. Da.
Oh. Sound is that?
Yeah, take sound. Is it Takpa Mayimba?
Yeah.
Is it Yepa?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. I guess that's where we are. Okay.
Sound because sound is Ngopo.
Yeah, sound is Tapa Mayimba. Here.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, you're correct. Ben's correct. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm correct. Nopo Imbata is like Dupje, okay? Okay. We're talking about the first one of the split resin is Yupa. Okay. All right, I'm correct. Okay, here we go. Called the Duna. which was
don't know.
up here. Are you telling me that which is not unchanging is a working thing? Are you telling me that that which is not unchanging is a working thing? And he says, duh. Please read.
Yeah, I accept.
Yeah. If you do it,
건드드나 딱바jöchen. Yeah, if you, yeah. Kyo mayimba ngopo mayimba ta. Kyo mayimba takbajöchen.
no, we go up here. We believe it. Mayimba ta.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Let's do it in English. If you say I'm okay with that above, well then let's take unchanging, something which is unchanging. It is too. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, this has to be whiny. Something which is not unchanging cannot be a changing. Cannot be something that does something, because if something was not unchanging, it would have to be unchanging.
Oh yeah, right.
Okay.
That which is not unchanging has to be unchanging.
Great.
Whoa. But
that's kind of cool.
Isn't working thing unchanging? Not unchanging?
But that which is not Dakpa is not working thing, because that which is not Dakpa is a negative.
Good, perfect, beautiful. Yay. It's a Mayan Gak. Okay. Mayan Gaks cannot be changing. Okay. Gakpas cannot be changing in general. Even Nick's text said, que was Gakpa. Anyway, okay. Okay. I disagree that not being unchanging is to be unchanging. I disagree that not being unchanging is to be unchanging. He said, Madrumna
takbajöchen. Kyo mayimba takbayimba ta. Kyo mayimba yupaecher.
Oh my God. This is pretty weird. Okay, if you don't agree, let's take something which is unchanging, okay? Something which is not it is unchanging because something which is not it exists. The implication being that if something exists, it's unchanging.
That can't be right.
Unless you read it as that which is not it is existence.
Oh man.
What is not an unchanging thing is not something which exists.
Is something which exists. Oh boy.
Sorry.
Why the Yonghua?
No, it's a mistake.
I think it's a mistyping. Yeah. Okay, Adam can check it, but I'm almost sure it's Yupa. Okay. Okay. It means for this to come out, you're gonna have to say Yupa as a concept. Okay. Yupa as a category is Takpa. Okay. The group called everything in the universe is changing or unchanging?
Unchanging.
Good. Yeah. Things can come and go, but the group stays the same. Okay. We got to chew on that one, but Adam, it would be responsible of us to check the carving. Okay.
Okay.
Less than a minute left, Ken.
All right. If you got a minute, use it.
Kachignare. Dokche yina dokche dang dampo sumpa kanru yimpe kapsena.
Yeah, if something is a pancake, can we say?
Yeah, I could write that in.
It's very cool. You know, every monastery has its secret words that they don't want the other monastery to know. You know, so it's let's just try it on like a new pair of pants, okay? You try a translation and you try it on and then you walk in it for like 100 yards, okay? If it doesn't feel comfortable, you change, okay? Kachinare, if something is a pancake, it must be one of the first three kinds of pancakes. One or more of the first three kinds of pancakes, okay? God knows what the first three kinds of pancakes are. Let's do it next time, okay? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Stopped here.
Yeah, feel free to review the last one when we start the next class.
3 types of pancakes.
Cool, Adam.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Geshe Michael.
Thank you. Thanks for a nice term. Yeah, I'll talk to you on Friday.
Cool. That sounds great.
Thank you, Geshe.
Okay.
Thanks, kid.
All right, you guys. Take break.
Mandala.
Yeah, mandala. Sorry. Sashi Poki Jokshin Method Jigabin Shin Legam Party Sanye Shingu Mite Wadi Chin Ram Guru Ratna Gewadi Gewadi Sunam Yeshe Dochi Sunam Yeshe
Okay, thank you all, audience.
Thank you so much, Geshe-la.
You guys are so brave to come to this. Okay? You are real spiritual warriors. And Adam, you're really getting good at this. It's kind of scary, actually.
What was it? Was it Ki Kupne Nimashar?
Yeah, nice. But it is amazing because you've really you feel very comfortable with it now, and that's I very few people reach that.
It's starting to feel a little bit more familiar.
All right, you guys. See you this evening.
All right, y'all. Just a couple quick announcements. Miss the lovely Uta will be teaching yoga in 15 minutes.
Whoa. Okay.
So,